Good afternoon. I feel a little... Well, actually, I'm extremely gung-ho about the fact the room is full. We had a full registration today. And people in the audience, you know who you are and how important you are to all of us in this movement. No More Silence started off 1.5 years back in UC San Diego. It is a movement created by a community. It has brought together responsible, committed leaders, citizens, friends, and family to join forces and move forward as a true power of collaboration. Through 2 global empowerment summits, 3 awareness programs, we have touched many lives, and we hope to touch many more to make the world better for all of us. I thank our Chancellor, our leader, Pradeep Khosla, his relentless support towards this cause, all our partners, a very warm welcome today. Especially EVC Elizabeth Simmons, thank you for joining us. District Attorney Summer Stephens, Carrie Hessler-Radlett, former EVC and Distinguished Professor Suresh Subramani, esteemed panelists, Anita Raj, Jay Silverman, Akshay, Aliza Amar, Ramesh Rao, special guest from Washington, D.C., Manny Perlman, and President of Alliance, Firoza Ardhishar, and all the nonprofit partners who have joined in today, survivors who are giving us the food and the candle project. It's all outside for you to see. Mission-driven finance, honored, compassionate guests, Peter Salt, community leaders, academic experts, and my dear colleagues, and of course, a host and handful of students who have become our ambassadors. We want UC San Diego to be the leaders, champion change makers, collaborators, who bring in experts in a platform to pave the path and rise above everything for awareness and partner with DA's office, FBI, Homeland Security, large corporates like Nordson, Qualcomm, and I think the UBS team is here today. Chris, you're there? Great. He's been a silent motivator for me. UBS has been supporting and inspiring us to carry on our mission. Thank you very much for being here with your team today. Going back, I have to acknowledge Rady's Business School, the UCSD Health, host of senior team members of the university. We have been open to create this movement, but we are open still and inclusive to many more who hasn't joined us as yet. Know the movement has just begun. It is a journey. It needs more than a village, a community, a city, a state, and a country to address, prevent, and act on this global tragic issue of human trafficking in San Diego and in this world. We are in this together, and we will find solutions. Talking about our students who are our future leaders, to be transformation leaders, along with their academic strength, we want them to be the source of our change. They are the future change makers who lead with empathy, love, and compassion. Among many students, I have to mention Lorraine and her team. They're all PhD students, 9 people together today. They came up to me that they wanted to be contributors. They're amazing. They're all science background, PhD in nanoengineering, physics, chemistry, but their one passion was dancing, so they got together every night to practice dance, and their theme is based on Lotus, where they rise up no matter who tries to put them down and come up in life. It's amazing, and there's a poem followed, written by Thomas, who's a producer, film producer, and it's been narrated and by, where's Paula? Paula Jackson. So you'll be hearing more as the program rolls in. But it's amazing how 9 people got together, and weekends in the long holiday, they practice in my home. It was amazing. I met their family, but they have so much passion to keep this campus the best in the state and in USA. Their passions are amazing. They have drawn many other students with them. To go back a little, due to the dint of my work, I personally have witnessed a deep difference between poverty and privilege. I have dealt with violence, acid attack, rape of children and girls, flesh trade in India, which has made me sad, angry at times, hopeless at times, but I tried to vent my emotion towards the positive side and thought about the realization which led me to be responsible, a responsibility I take very seriously. And I want to do something with this, with the team. I want to give back to UC San Diego and the community through this platform. To cite some examples, when I was in the city council that day while signing the proclamation of Human Trafficking Month in January, Aliza was with me. That was my first time as an American standing in front of the flag. It was a beautiful moment of pride that we can give back together. But what I heard from the council member, her daughter was almost nabbed in Balboa Park a few months back. She was there jogging and she sat down for a while, and there was a girl of 21 or 22 who said, "Hey, why don't we have a drink in Prado?" She said, "Actually, I'm under 18. I can't drink." She said, "So what? Like, you look older." But she kept on thinking that, God, what do we talk during dinner? Don't talk to strangers, don't have drink, don't drink open drinks. Everything we talk about, this is about awareness. It saved her that day. That one moment of conscious presence saved her from getting nabbed. She realized this girl must be backed up by other people watching her over there in Balboa Park. So when we think, why do we do this awareness? I think we can save many a person through this. When they keep on thinking what we talk about, it is your body, your dignity. It is your integrity, your right choices when you're informed. And we are not here to judge anybody. We want them to make informed choices and be safe. I would try to discuss a small thing and take a little time. I was talking with Ramesh and he was saying, how do we get the youth engaged and how do we get all the technology partners engaged? Because youth love to play games and use mobile apps. And he came up with the interesting thing. From the time I heard, I've been thinking about it every day, so I thought I'll throw it to the audience. He said, you know what, they love games. Why don't we think of a game where this virtual reality where the youth would play and literally zap off perpetrators, because we would sort of replicate real scenes coming up and they would know because of the experience shared, and the more they know, they would keep it in mind and this would become a maybe viral thing. And I thought, wow, today I leave it to the room of technologists and investors. We should come together with UC San Diego to maybe invent a mobile game so that the youth can get engaged more and know from that app. Well, thank you, Ramesh. This month actually is the Human Trafficking Month, and for the first time UC San Diego joined in, and I'm extremely humbled to be able to be there in the council with Council Member Barbara Bree and all of you, Aliza. Thank you very much. When we look into all the circumstances, we cannot blame poverty and underserved only. The harsh reality of this problem, it leaves no community or society left. Every responsible organization is coming up wanting to stand up for this. And I always state a grave concern where 25 years back, people did not believe in climate change. And it hit us right on our face. And now it has become a grave, deep danger for our planet. What if today we don't give time and effort to ensure that we instill values into our families, communities, our friends? If we don't nurture within us, our families, good values, moral characters, we may find thrust upon us a world which will be starved of people of character and value in the years to come. All of us here are a part of this change and solution. We need a world of humility, trust, courage, love, respect, tolerance, inclusion, liberty in pursuit of happiness. The true fact remains, your eyes do not see what your mind does not know. So the more we educate, create awareness, raise our voices in solidarity, the solutions will surface. We will together come up with solutions. Know that silence allows the perpetrators to grow unseen. The more we talk, we are aware, we weaken the perpetrator's strength. Yes, and know that it's okay to talk. Since Aliza is here, someone had said, what if we ask the audience to raise their hand in solidarity if any one of you have been directly or indirectly been affected by sexual abuse, sexual harassment, modern slavery, bullying? Raise your hand in solidarity for a minute. Know that we stand together to bring solutions for a better world. With this, I invite our Honorable Chancellor, Pradeep Khosla, to officially start the program. Thank you.
Thanks, Naila. I knew I should not have raised my hand. That's what I get being invited here. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Naila. I just want to say a couple of words. And some of you might be wondering, why is it that UC San Diego is so interested in being a partner in this and supporting this. Part of the reason is because we have Naila, and she's a champion of this cause, so we appreciate it. But even if we did not have Naila and Kerry, who's the CEO of the organization, were to come to us, I would have readily said yes. And the reason is very simple, because this problem afflicts us on this campus. And my job as chancellor is not only to create a great campus, a great educational environment, but also to create build a safe campus. And this afflicts us right here. And my first introduction to this issue was in a matter of like just a random conversation I was having with somebody, one of my provosts out here. And somehow the topic came up on issues that some students face, especially students who come from abroad who don't have a family out here. And it turns out that one of our students was caught in this human trafficking ring. And I said, this is interesting. I thought this only happens to like poor people or refugees. But we saw in that video that's not the case. It can happen to anybody, anytime. So that was my first moment of awareness. And the more I looked into it, the more I realized that this is not just human abuse. There's actually a lot of money behind this. So just in San Diego, it's like $800 million of business. Worldwide, it's $150 billion enterprise. So it's not just drug addiction. This is like a different type of business out here with a lot of money behind this. And whenever there's a lot of money behind anything, there will be evil elements in society that will try to exploit human beings. So that's part of the reason why we are involved, because it afflicts us on this campus, and I want to make sure it doesn't come to this campus ever at all. Even if it did not afflict us on this campus, it's afflicting society around us out here. And as a public institution, as an educational institution, I think it's our responsibility to look at societal ills and ask ourselves, what do we do about these ills? How do we make sure that we have a way of mitigating these ills and eradicating these ills, right? So we would be interested. So you can see we would be interested in this problem in multiple ways for multiple reasons. So I am really glad that we are part of this. Kerry Hessler-Radlett, I really appreciate your partnership, and thank you for asking us to be part of this. Naila, your leadership is important. And our esteemed District Attorney, Summer Stefan, thank you for making San Diego safe. I know it's a big business. I want to be here when this business is worth $0 in San Diego. So, welcome everybody, and thank you.